Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Forge Adventure, where it's time to get into a Lorwyn Eclipsed draft. That changed again. Good lord. This store cannot stay the same. Blood Tracker, Runai. Okay. Alright. Let's go do this draft. Lorwyn Eclipsed. Let's join. I'm going to use our shards and see how we do. What is this? I got a full art. The emptiness. When this creature enters, if white was spent to cast, return target creature card to band value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. When this creature enters, if black was spent, it can put 3 -1/-1 counters and up to 1 target creature. That's pretty good. And white-black would be a strong color, so let's get that. Right. So now we're at least white-black, but we can play other things. Whenever this creature or another Kithking you control enters, target creature you control gets 1/1 and gains trample till end the turn. Just till end the turn's not really worth it. Death Touch Assassin Elf that gains life. That is pretty good. So let's do that. We're gonna do white, black, green. Or green and whatever else. This creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. That's good. And it's green. Ooh, I also like the double striker. So he counts toward anything. He's a Noggle. Let's get Helm. So that's going to be useful. God, this bear is like in everything. Ooh, I like the lifelink. Let's get it. Right now we are green. Green and white or black. This creature enters, you may return to a creature card from the graveyard to your hand. That's another card to get somebody back. Fairy. That's flying when you cast a spell during an opponent's turn. You may pay 1 life if you do draw a card. I don't plan on having many instants. Reach and flash. Shapeshifter to get something back. That's just too good. Let's get it. So we're doing green and black. If we want to do some red, we can. But right now we're doing... I mean, not red, white. But yeah, let's get the bear. I love the bear. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Another creature you control gets 1/0 and flying until end of turn. I don't think so. I like the 5/4 for 3. Whenever you attack target goblin you control... No, we're not playing goblins. What does this guy do? When this creature enters with 3 -1 counters on it at the beginning of your end step, if there is an elf in your graveyard, this creature has a -1 counter on it, remove -1 counter. 2, yeah, I got an elf in this deck, so sure. And Changeling would count as an elf, so that's works for me. Return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. If it is at your main phase, Blight 2. Target creature control gains Death Touch lifelink till end turn. If creature dies this turn, put a 2/2 green elf token into play. I do like getting him back more. Lifelink creatures mill 2 cards. Target creature control gets 1/1 and gains vigilance till end of turn. I like that a lot. Exile this card from your graveyard, create a 2/2 elf. I like this more because the chance of vigilance is too good. Make blight 2 if you do draw a card, lose a life. I like the 5/4. I like the changeling. That's another elf. And whenever another creature you control dies, surveil 1, then remove a 1/1 counter. Okay. Get a swamp. Ooh, the next rare, or the next mythic, is going to be red. It's a dragon with the wither. I want it. I don't want to use it, but I do want it. Squawk Roaster. Oh man, that is tempting to get this dragon. Alright, I'm going to get the dragon. Probably not going to use it, but I'm going to have him. Elf Druid. This creature gets 1/1 for each creature you control and each creature card in your graveyard. Wow. Let's get that. I want to still say with my colors, I don't want to really go into red. Let's get another elf. Black. Blight 1 or pay 3. Exile target creature. Removal is important. Ooh, an equipment though. When this equipment enters touch it to target creature you control, that creature gains wither until the end of turn. And it's a 1/2 power up. Let's get that. There's more treasure tokens. Turn target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Turn 2 creature cards that share a creature type from graveyard to your hand. Let's get that. So we do got a lot of elves and changelings. Talking about changelings, let's get this one. Oh my god, another elf druid. We're back to the first cards I had. Let's get the changeling 4/2 trample. Oh no, this is the one I had. Discard a card. This card gains indestructible till end of turn and tap it. It's a 3/1. Put 4 -1 counters for target creature. Lifelink when this creature enters, mill 2 cards. I like discard, make indestructible. I get that. These are none of my colors, so we will sideboard that. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent for event. That player discards that card. We'll get it. Sideboard that and sideboard that. Alright, we get Steam Vents, the full art version, so that's pretty awesome. X is the number of creatures that enter battlefield under control. You get one every turn, but I don't play white. Let's get the Steam Vents and add it to the deck. That'll help with the dragon. That spell can't be countered. Everything gets ward 2. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to get that. That's really good. So I guess we'll splash them right in. Put 2 -1 counters on each creature. That's a board wipe. We could use a board wipe. Well, not really a board wipe, but it's kind of a board wipe. This creature enters whenever it casts a spell of mana value 4 greater, Draw a card, then discard a card. No, I'm not really playing those colors. Draw a card, then choose a color. This artifact becomes that color. As long as equipment is attached to a creature, first time you create one or more tokens, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of the equipped creature. I don't have any way to create tokens. Let me get him, because that's going to be more diversity. Add double green only if you activated elf in your graveyard. Let's get her. Beginning of your first main phase, you may blight 2. If you don't, you lose 3 life. 4 for a 6/6, but you slowly kill something. Or Elf Warrior can't be blocked by more than one creature. Target elf gets 2/2 till end of turn. I like the reach a bit more, but let's get that. At the beginning of your end step, if another creature enter the battlefield under your control, surveil 1. Let's get that. Surveilling is good. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Oh, and you get a Tree Folk. Let's do that. Ooh, I'd love the lifelink, but I need more basic land. So I want to get it. When this creature dies, if it had -1 or encounter on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it loses all abilities. So I can make it a 3/1 that comes back. Let's get that. Let's get our double striker. Target creature can't block. This creature, exile top card of your library. Basic land cycling. Search your library for a basic land. Let's get it. But I need red for it, don't I? Was that right? Yeah, I need a mountain. Let's decide that. It's not worth trying. I'm not creating tokens, so we're gonna sideboard that. This creature gets 1/0 and menace till the turn. I'll sideboard that, sideboard this. Suggested lands. That's fine with me. So we'll keep that. And we'll see how this does. Let's start. We're fighting a pharaoh. In the overworld, they're pain, and here we're on even grounds. One forest. I got a mountain. I'm gonna keep this because I'm flooding. And I know I'm gonna end up drawing what I need. Or not what I need, but I feel like I'm gonna draw more creatures than lands. So let's do another forest, and then we'll end turn. They're gonna hit me for 2, that's fine. And they're gonna get a couple of guys out. Alright, let's do a swamp. Let's get down our 4/2, and then we'll end turn. That might stop them. Nope, it will not stop them from attacking. I guess creature gains indestructible till end turn. So they could just make these indestructible. So we need to block this, unfortunately. Because they would just, yeah. Whenever another creature control enters, Chevelle. Okay. Let's do Swamp down. I got 4 mana. I get him down, he'd be a 1/1. With 2, let's get him down. I'll just use him as a chump blocker for now. That's not good. Okay. I can block and take their guy out, so we'll do that. Good. Alright, so now let's get a forest down. I get a 5/4 elf out. Let's do that. And then we'll end turn. They are going to exile Helm. And I'm going to take 5. I'm going to lose this game. Crap. Okay. Let's can I do both? I can't. I can? I can. Alright, let's do both of these. So I got a 4/4 trample and another guy that could be indestructible. Okay. Let's activate his ability and discard our mountain. So he's now indestructible. If I block, I can blight too. And then this will die. Let's do that. Alright, so now let's do this. Give me Helm. And then we'll attack. I was supposed to blight too, but it didn't make me. Why? If it isn't your main phase. Oh, okay. So it wasn't my main phase yet. Alright, so they're just gonna take that. They get a 3/3 flyer out. That's not good. Ooh, that's really good though, but I have no white. So I can't return something. I didn't think about that when I played Helm. Honestly. That I needed white for that ability to happen, but that's fine. They can't go indestructible, so we'll attack with both our guys. We've got a 3/5 blocker. I got another flyer. Oh my god. Equipment would be good. Let's do it. And attach it to our Trampler. It's a 1/2 power-up. We can make him a 4/3. Or we give it to Helm and he'd be a 4/7. Let's give it to our Trampler. And then we'll attack with everybody. So that's going to force them to block. And then we're going to activate this onto Helm. So now I'll gain 3 life and I get an elf back. So I get a 2/2 elf token. Good. Alright, they no longer have creatures. That's awesome. And they're exiled. Crap. Okay, well that's fine. You still don't have a creature. And I could not do enough damage. So let's do... Where is my elf man? Oh, he's exiled? He's exiled. Okay, that stinks. Alright, so let's attach the blade to our elf token. We're going to attack for 6. They go to 1. I need 2 blockers right now. They only get 1, so that's going to be game for me. So we'll Alpha Strike, we'll block 1, and we'll win. Let's go. Alright, crap. I didn't realize... Well, I mean, still good for removal, but... It just stinks. Alright, we'll keep it as it is. I get my elf guy again. I could get rid of this guy and play that. Swamps, Forest, Hexman. And what is... Does it tell me? If I behold it... Alright, I don't know. We're going to keep this. They're going to get a force down. We shall get a force down as well and end. We're going to get a plains down. Let's do a swamp. Let's go ahead and get out our person. We're going to behold an elf. Let's do this one. So we just got to show it. I don't get exiled, so that's good. I was kind of worried about that. Ooh, we get our dragon, which we could get out a red mana using... Can that go to... That goes to my hand. Oh, use a red mana, get that out. And I'll just get everybody ward, which would be useful. Drop the swamp. Honestly, I realistically need another forest instead. Another creature to drop ward 2, pay 2 life. Let's do that. I got a lot of forest. I'm gonna do this to get a mountain. And I could do 2 green with her, so I actually have a lot of mana right now. But we shall in turn. Oh, she got exiled, so I don't have a lot of mana anymore. That's annoying. I could get rid of one of my opponent's creatures. Let's get this down. And let's look at their hand and see if we could just get rid of something. Okay, I want to get rid of... I got a 4/4 that enters 2, -1 counters. Whenever another creature you control enters, or this creature gets 1/0 until end turn. When a Kifkin enters, it gains first strike. First strike would be annoying, so let's get rid of that. And then we'll go ahead and end. They're gonna hit me again for 1. And they're gonna get that guy down. Makes sense. Alright, I can get the life linker out now. So let's get that out. I can get this out too next turn, which would be useful. Alright, and then we'll end turn. Oh my god. Well, he's exiled. They're gonna hit me for 3. This creature in your target card from your graveyard to your hand. I don't... A target card or creature? Creature card. Okay, yep. So I don't really have anything I could get with him yet. So let's get the elf down. And then we'll also attack for 2. So that way they can start losing some life. They're gonna hit me again for 1. I got steam vents. I could get my dragon out. Okay. Let's do that. I really don't want to pay 2 life. But I need them to start attacking me. So let's get the dragon out. So now I have a flyer to block their flying. And we'll attack with our 4/4. They're going to take all 4. Good. I'm not going to attack now that I have a dragon out, so that's awesome. Ooh, the barbed bloodletter. Give me a power up. We could get that out and make my 2/2 into a 3/4 and use them as a blocker. I like that idea. So let's attach that there. And then we're going to attack with both of them, doing 10. They're going to take all 10. Okay. They're going to have a blocker for the flying, so they're not attacking me. Great. They are going to tap down my dragon, which costs them 2 life. Okay. Let's see. Let's get him out. So that's a 5/4. 4/4 can block my 4/4, but I could equip this to him. Well, no, I can't. Let's attack. That's fine, because I could get him back. Alright, I'm not going to attack, which makes sense. If they tap down my guy, they'll go to 2 health. So I could get this down and get my elf back to my hand. Let's do that. We'll get that out. We'll get our elf. Yes. Alright, good. And we'll go to attack phase. We'll attack with both of them. They didn't tap them down, so they just want to use them as a blocker. He will just take out both of those guys. My dragon survives. They're still at 4. That's awesome. Forest. Get our 5/5 elf out, which has trample, but it doesn't matter because we have flying. We'll hit them for 6 with our dragon and win. Let's go. Okay. Round 1 done. Now we're fighting a zombie master. Good lord. Go from a pharaoh to a zombie master. Let's do... We got swamps. We got forest. Let's do this so we can get out our changeling. Don't really know what we're fighting yet. The mountain's gonna save me, probably. So let's forest and get the changeling out. So now we have a 2/1 first strike on my turn. They get a 2/1 flying that can surveil. Let's do forest and get out the 4/2 trample changeling. We'll attack for 2. I'm not going to block. They're going to hit me for... Wow. I can't block it, so I just take 5. That hurt. We do get our Death Touch elf. Let's get him out. Then let's get another changeling out. I gain a life. That's awesome. Yep, that life gain is going to be massive for me. Alright, they're going to take 6. They're going to hit me again for 2 since I can't block it and get a 2/2 out. We'll get a swamp down. I have nothing in my grave. Let's go ahead and attack them 3. We are then going to give him that, so that way when he dies I'll get an elf, and I gain 4 life, which will gain me another life. Oh my god, the combos. And now, because he's in my graveyard, I could get him down, and then I get him my changeling back. And I gain another life. I'm back at 20. Oh my god. They're not attacking because they're draw cards equal to the number of permanents you control, so 2 cards. But they're tapped out, so those 2 don't really matter. Let's get the changeling down. Let's get our stomping ground down. Gain more life. And then they're at 5. 2. They can block 2 people. So 1, 2. And they take 5. Yep. So I just win the game. Let's go. Alright. 1 game down. Let's see if we could do better. Do I want to add these guys? No. It's just too much of a chance of not getting the mana. So we'll say okay. Ooh, I like this. So we will keep this. They're going to get out an island. We'll get out a mountain and turn. Farmer, I got 2 fours for him. Ooh, they're going to get the dagger out, which is going to equip to a shapeshifter. Oh, it doesn't equip. Okay, good. Alright, let's get our Hexer out. So now my stuff has Ward 2 at least. And we'll get out another forest, get out our farmer. So that way we can start surveilling whenever I get a creature down, which will be in 2 turns. So end turn. They're definitely not going to attack now. Get a swamp out. I want to make them reveal their hands. So I can discard a card from it, which the only thing I can discard is this elf, which allows them to surveil at the beginning of their turn. Okay, yes, I'm glad to get rid of that. Good lord. Alright, so next turn I could get out my 5/4. They're going to hit me for 5. I'm just going to take it. That hurts, but it's fine. Let's get Swamp down. 3 of your insect. If an elf card is in your graveyard, remove a 1/1. An elf is not in my graveyard. I do not have any elves yet, except for him, so let's get him down. So if he dies, it'll be okay, because I'll get rid of his 1/1 counters. Alright, and then let's attack for 3. They're not going to block. Good. Ooh, I got Surveil, and my bear is on top. I can play the bear next turn, and I have a lot of mana. Let's keep him on top, because that's going to be really good, actually, because I got black, green, white, and red. So that's 4 colors. They'll all get a 4/4 power up. Alright, they're going to get their Merfolk artifact down, or no, just an artifact they called Merfolk. Whenever a permanent you control chosen enters, put a charge counter on this. You can remove charge counters to copy a sorcery or instant. Okay. Let's get a forest out. Let's get our super bear down. And let's power everybody up. Oh my god. Alright, then we'll attack. They're going to have to block. So they're going to only block 1, though. Interesting. Okay. They take 13 damage and go to 4. I get to surveil again. Ooh, I get my first strike changeling. We'll get him. Yep. I'll keep him on top. Okay, I'll make their guy a 3/5, which doesn't matter. Let's get our changeling out. Let's get our elf down. And then we'll attack with our big guys. Let's stack with everybody, because we won. Awesome. Alright, round 2's down. Okay, let's see how the Black Wizard does. Let's play this. And oh, the dragon would be nice. If I could give him vigilance and a 1/1 power up. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to keep this, even though it is a little dangerous. Let's get a forest down, and we're going to get an island out. So we know we're fighting blue. Let's get our first striker down. Oh, blue-green. Okay. I get a 1/1 fairy road down. Let's get our swamp out, and let's get out our farrier. And then we'll go ahead and attack with our first striker. They're going to take it. Good. They're going to hit me for 1. I can't do anything about it. We'll get a forest down. We'll get our first striker out, and they will get countered. So that stinks. But I guess we'll Alpha Strike now and hit him for 4. I could get my guy back, so that stinks for you. Good for me. Let's go ahead and get him back. He goes back to my hand. And then we shall Alpha Strike again. I get to surveil every turn, so that's going to be annoying. Alright, let's do... Can't get him out yet. Let's do both of them. I just used my swamp because I'm dumb. Alright, Alpha Strike, hit him for 6. They go to 4. I think this is my game to win now. Because we'll get our bear out, power up our guys, and we'll Alpha Strike. No, we won't. I'll skip my turn. Oh my god, that was stupid. Okay. If they make a comeback right now, I swear, they're not. Good. Alright, Steam Vent's out. I'll pay 2 life. We'll get out our dragon. We'll get out this guy. We'll go ahead and attack. They're gonna block the bear and die. Awesome. Next game. Alright. Black, green. I can't play anybody. That's not enough mana. So get rid of that. Turn a creature card from the grave. Let's get rid of that, and we shall only have a forest, but I get my elf down. So let's do that. We'll keep this. Oh, I got a mountain. Okay. So I can at least get this down as well. Alright. So I get a 1/1 fairy down, which could counter a spell. So that's really annoying. Let's do the forest. Let's get down our elf, and then we'll end. They're gonna hit me for 4. God. Alright, let's get a swamp out. That's better. And then make our elf into a 2/3. I'll do that next turn. Alright, I get a life. We'll attack. They take 1. They're gonna hit me for 1. Alright. Get a force down. I think they're gonna counter this, probably. Let's play it. They do counter it, of course. That's fine. I'd rather them counter that than my actual creature. And they're not playing anything, so that's even better. Let's get our goblin out. And we gain a life. And then we'll attack. Hit them for 3. They are mana screwed, which means we'll go ahead and take this advantage. And hit them for as much damage as possible. What did they just play? Choose 2 creatures you control. So they're just getting rid of something, I guess. I don't know. But that's gonna be game. Alpha Strike. Let's go. Awesome. And I got my dragon because I played red. So that's sick. Alright. We got some Lorwyn Eclipsed packs. Alright. Let's see our new cards. Oh, wrong one. Let's go in here. Let's open up this pack first. We get a Goblin Warlock. Some other things. Alright, that's fine. Open. Oh, and I got Steam Vents too. That's so great. I mean, not really in this game, because this game, since you can have any card, you could just get the original double lands and just play them because they're so good. But, you know, if I don't use that, that's awesome. So many cards. Oh my god. That's great. Alright. I got more new cards. Alright. I need to go buy turtles now. So I need to find a store that sells mutants. This is not one of them, but what is the draft here? 10th edition. We will not be doing that. And then let's head on out. Head up here. We can see what the draft is at this town and see if we can find some mutants. I know there's some in the blue area, so I'll go back if I need to. Which so far there's nothing here. So, let's just check out these. See if there's anything we really want to get. I have one of those. The unicorn is pretty sick. Alright. And then let's check out the blue-black. Azula, we have. I don't really want any of these. Light Shatterer. That's awesome. Winding Restrictor, Snake. Turtle Seals. See what's over here. Defender, Indestructible. Monastery 10. This creature isn't monstrous. Put 10 wandering counters on it. Becomes monstrous. So it becomes a 20/20. As long as it is monstrous, it has trample and can attack as though it is. Okay. Good lord. It's definitely a game. An end game card. Alligator Ant. Angel of Retribution. Flying First Strike. No. Let's see what's over here. 10th Doctor. Got David Tennant. And an art. I don't have him. But he's my favorite. We're gonna have to get him. Alright, we got David. I know I wanted to buy turtles, but it's David Tennant, so we can wait. Right, let's go over here, see what this city has. Any mutants? No mutants. What about the draft? Indestruct? No. Let's see what they got here. So they could have some turtle cards, technically. Let's get this. These. Oh, weapons. Castle of weapons. And let's go check out this store. I don't have this mine. That would be a good mine to get. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Whenever a player. I mean, I don't even play that many. Let's get my. And, alright, we're gonna get more turtles. Let's go to this town. There are so many towns right here. And this is blue, so it could have monstrous mutants. It does not. Or does it? This is mutant. is mutants, yes. But no turtles. Let's re-roll. Oh, we can only do this a couple times. Rodan. I thought I had Rodan. So that's weird. I mean, it could just be a different art Rodan. I guess I'll go ahead and get them. I got the money. I'm going to hold off on buying those guys again. I can re-roll one more time. Good lord. Donnie and April. Let's go. When Donnie and April enter, choose one or both. Each mode must target a different player. Target player draws 2 cards. Target player returns an artifact instance first card from the graveyard to their hand. So let's do that. Realistically, would only do the one. I mean, honestly, unless... I mean, there's just no point in choosing two. Mondo Gecko. Oh, I got one of those. Quicksilver. Let's buy Quicksilver, and we can't reroll, so that's done, unfortunately. Let's check out what's here. There's some cards. See what's in here. Gandalf the Grey. Pass on those. See what the draft is. Don't know what that is. Head on out. Let's go over to this one. No mutants, but some cards. It's another Jet. I have Jet, I believe. Just got that art of him. Let's check the blue. Let's check out the rogues. I have 2 of those guys. Flying Elemental. If your instead opponent lost life for a 1/1 counter, no. If it was put a 1/1 counter for each life, that would be a different story. Follow the Vast. 2/2. Vampire Wizard. Enters battle, return target instant sorcery card from graveyard to its owner's hand. Chant creatures you control get 1/1. Double strike protection from black and green. Let's get this guy. An opponent, you may put a dragon aiming creature from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking. Whenever this card attacks an opponent. Okay, let's get that, because that's insane. See what the draft is here. And a trot. Let's just keep going. Get past the Sun Titan. Or just walk in since I want to hit up towns to see if I can find some more turtles to buy. And to check drafts, because there's gotta be a turtles draft. I mean, there's gotta be. There may not be, but it'd be awesome if there was. Elder Dragon. Because the only reason there wouldn't be is if they just haven't released enough cards yet. Which is possible. But I'm hopeful. Let's check out the equipments. None of these I really want. Right, let's go to this town. There's another town. Let's check this draft. Wild something. I got a bunch of rares. Golden Knights. Okay, let's do this one. Dog Warrior. Whenever you attack with this creature and or your commander for each opponent, create a 1/1 goblin. No, we'll pass on that. Check out here. I got too many of those already. Don't want any of these. See what's up here. Watchdog. Don't need Watchdog. Kind of want to buy that, but I want to save my 500 for something really good, since 500 is usually the good stuff, since cards don't go over 500. So, but I can only get one for now. And then I have $6 and no shards. No, I don't want any of these. Planeswalkers. See what's up here. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's awesome. And somehow I don't have Sonic. I thought I did. I guess I'm buying Sonic. Alright, let's buy Sonic. Now I have $6. I should be doing missions. Because that would get me shards and get me more money to buy more turtles. But I'm not doing them because I don't know. Don't want to go in there. I hate that place. Let's not fight this fox. And let's see what this town's draft is. It is Kamigawa. Ooh, we are going to be doing that. We're doing that in the next episode. I got enough challenge coins, so I'll just use one of those. Since I win a challenge coin when I beat the draft, as long as I win, I'll just get another one back. So that's my logic. Shadowmoor, no, thank you. Alright, let's hit this town. God, there's so many towns right here. And this one is Edge of Eternities. That would be kind of cool. I might do that. Might do like a double draft in the next episode. Ooh, I don't want to fight him. I could. I don't got anything going on. Because at this point, I'm just checking the towns until the next episode. Because I want to do that draft. But I can't do it now. Because I don't have time. Right, so play planes, get the planes down, get out our cleric, which will start powering itself up. And they're going to keep playing tap land, which is awesome for us. And then we'll also play a tap land. I don't have white. That stinks. Alright, let's play the tap land, power ourselves up, attack for 3. Since they're wide open, why not? And they're gone. What was that? 4 damage, dark creature. Okay. Crawler. Ooh, that'd be good to get out. Let's buy you Crawler. Attach the bow, sure. And then we'll enter. It's like draw a card, lose a life. I draw 2 cards, they lose a life. We'll get the Reliquary Tower down. I don't plan on getting too much mana, but just in case. Let's do that. And I only got 2 mana, so we'll go and attack. I would love to get the sword out. Alright, draw a couple cards. Metamorphic Expanse, pop it for a plains. Play the sword, attach the sword. Hit them for 6, and then an extra 2. I get to draw a card, they get a 1, and they draw a card and lose the game because they're at 1. Let's go. Alright, I'm up to 4 of those lands and 3 of those things. I got some more gold at least. Right, so that's the draft I want to do. Or come down here and check out this town. Since I still got a few minutes. Slivers. Don't like slivers. Don't want them. Elf leader. Miles Morales. That's pretty awesome artwork of Miles. Hero Goma Fada. That'd be cool to have. Yep. Dragon. Let's see what the draft is. Lost Caverns. Okay. And we'll head through the town, check out these other towns. And then we'll head back to our draft one for the next episode. Go in here. I'll be 1. No, pass on that. Hit this one up. That is a fake town. I bet you that's the one with all the, sure, we'll sell. I bet you that's the one with all the, stuff in it. Let's see if I actually don't have Sonic. So I feel like I had a Sonic. Where's Sonic? There he is. Apparently I did not. Okay. That just seems weird. Alright, draft. Remastered. I'm not gonna go into the Mimic Town. And we'll come up here. This draft is Masters. Okay. And we've already checked out these towns. I'll just head over back to here, I think. And this one is, nope, that's Shadowmoor. That should be the next town over. So, is this it? This one is Kamigawa, yep. So this is what we want. And no pressure, just gotta win it. Alright, let's fight this guy. Just to pass some time. And then we'll end this episode. Alright, mana. Alright, so that's good. Let's go ahead and pop this for a plains end turn. We'll get our plains down, get our equipment lever out. I should have done the Mox Jet, but I can do it next turn. Oh, they get the strike leader that I was looking at. Okay. And then let's do mountain. Let's get out. Let's get our super soldier out. And I got 2 mana still. Let's get out the orb, and then we'll end turn. I get out another 2/2. Good lord. Alright, let's turn everything into swamps. Let's get this down. 1, 2, and 3. And now white spells cost 1 less, which I don't have any. Only got 2 mana available. Let's attach the bow, and then we'll enter. They're not going to attack. Good. Let's get a force down. Let's get our Endless Descent out. And 3. And now, let's get a Rooftop Bypass down. And we shall pass again. They get a 5/4 down. That's bad. Let's Evolving Wilds. Anything. It doesn't really matter. Just get an island. And then let's get out Vivian. Let's power up our Super Soldier. I can't give him lifelink, unfortunately. So we will attack. Shooting this guy for 1. I'm not going to block, so I take 8. I get 2 assassins since I hit them twice. They're down to 4. We'll play Savannah. Let's go ahead and ponder. And then let's get the bow, the Savannah, and Helm. I'm not going to shuffle. Play the bow, attach the bow, power him up, and then we'll go to attack with everybody. And we'll shoot down this guy. They're going to block, we're going to trample through, they're going to go to 1, and then we'll win. Awesome. And no cards to sell, unfortunately, but that's fine. But we will end this episode here. If y'all can, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye, y'all.